All right, y'all. Peace and love, love, love. Peace, peace, y'all. Peace. Make sure y'all share. All right, let's go ahead and get on. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, peace, y'all. We live on IG, live on YouTube. All right, yeah, live on IG, live on YouTube. How y'all doing? Today is Tuesday. All right, couple of words of wisdom for y'all. Peace and love to everybody. All right, got a couple of remedy stories, testimonies. Was able to have one of our students be able to beat foreclosure. All right, another student by way of referral. All right, another student by way of referral. Okay, was able to get her money back for a car that she put on a down payment. This is back in Houston. All right, so we have one student that was able to get her money back from a down payment. All right, and another student that was able to beat foreclosure, y'all. Okay, now again, this wasn't something that was done overnight. All right, this is something that they put a lot of time in. Okay, trials, tribulations, whether y'all think it's scam. A lot of y'all that's reading right now understand what's going on. All right, all right. A lot of y'all that are reading, you understand what's going on, and that's all that matters. I don't know what's going on with my life. All right, that's the only thing that matters. Okay, now April 13th. Okay, April 13th. This is what's going down April 13th, family. All right, I will be going over step by step how to stop eviction. Step by step how to stop foreclosure. Now, you may be asking to yourself, well, what if I'm not going through eviction? What if I ain't going through foreclosure? All right, this class is still for you. Why? Because I'm showing you how to perform the amount that's due instead of paying using income the amount that's due. Okay, so imagine beating or doing your performance before it even gets to eviction. All right, imagine beating foreclosure, or did I say foreclosure or eviction first? Well, eviction or foreclosure. Imagine beating it before it even gets to that point. All right, meaning for all those that are in eviction now, for all those that are in foreclosure now, this class is for you. But for those that aren't in foreclosure and quote unquote are in good standings, all right, that means you're ahead of the curve. That means you can still do your performance, all right? So you don't even have to face eviction. You can go into your performance ASAP, so you don't have to wait to do the performance when you're in eviction, all right? So again, that's April 13th, family. April 13th. All right, April 13th. We are almost sold out for that class. Okay, that is this Sunday. All right, this Sunday. Okay, this Sunday. All right, this class will be replacing my landlord and tenant course. All right, that I have available right now. This class is going to replace that course, y'all. Okay. This class is going to replace that course, and this class is going to be more, okay? It is going to be higher, okay? I got to be honest. I got to be honest, okay? April 13th, okay? So April 13th, that's when we're going to do it, all right? Make sure y'all get y'all links in the bio. For those that won the Consumer Casino, y'all are already in, okay? What advice would you give someone that's going through an eviction process right now? I would definitely tap into my course that I got Sunday. All right, you tap into the course I have Sunday, you're going to know exactly what to do with that eviction. All right, exactly. Don't matter if it's the last phase of eviction, you're going to know how to stop eviction in its tracks. All right, Dave Cogs won. Yeah, I know, man. I know. All right, I'm trying to get it in before I. All right, out of here. All right, out of here. All right, so April 13th, my next live event, family, it will be in Cleveland, Ohio. All right, we will be coming to Cleveland, Ohio next month. All right, Cleveland, Ohio next month, around the mid next month. All right, so y'all stay tuned for all y'all that in the Ohio region. For all y'all that are, what's in Ohio, New York, Philly, all right, y'all come over to Cleveland, all right? I will be definitely giving some information that will only be in private sessions, y'all. So this course in Cleveland, I will be giving some highly usable information, okay, on the next level. All right, I don't know if y'all have been getting taught this particular information that I will be kicking off, all right, in Cleveland, all right, next month. All right, but stay tuned, all right. But Cleveland, Ohio, again, next month. All right, my next online course is Stop Eviction. That course is April 13th, which is this Sunday. All right, now again, if you're facing eviction, if you're facing foreclosure, all right, if you're facing eviction, facing foreclosure, this class is for you. If you want to stop foreclosure in its tracks, all right, if you want to stop eviction in its tracks, tap in, okay? Now, on to other things, okay? I do have a service. I know there's a lot of y'all that's been following for a while, all right? And the thing is, I know a lot of y'all are having difficulties with your documentation. All right, a lot of y'all are having difficulties with your documentation. Okay, now for y'all that's been following me for a while, y'all understand that I never entered those waters of doing the documentations for people. I always harped on people to read for themselves. All right, so they can see how, I ain't gonna say simple this is, but see how things are ran. You know, you don't want to so much just say, hey, do it for me, and you don't really know what's going on. All right, I didn't want to be the guy to basically bail people out of reading. All right, but now today, all right, I've been able to have my platform for about 4 to 5 years now. All right, we've been having some very loyal followers, those that's been reading. All right, so I just want y'all to know that the service that I have is called Contract Review. All right, where I basically draft your private administrative process. All right, and also if you tap in with the premium package, I do your public administrative process as well. All right, not legal advice, lawful awareness. All right, but I don't want that to be for beginners. You know, a lot of beginners is tapping in with that contract review, meaning I'm doing the paperwork, and it's just not, they're not understanding what they're receiving. All right, and I'm here to let y'all know, of course, read your contract, okay? Don't just give me your money, family. All right, don't just say, okay, I want you to do it for this new house. All right, because once I give you these documentations, family, I'm not the one speaking for you. I'm not the one making the calls. I'm not the one sending these documents for you. All right, whatever the documentation it is, yes, I'm assisting and drafting them, all right, for them to be ready for you to review and be sent out. All right, but you still have to read over them. You got to know what's going on. You got to know if they call you and say, hey, you got to know. The last thing we need is somebody giving me $2,000, all right, receiving documentation that they don't even know what to damn do. And I give you a whole manual. Hey, send this. After 10 days, you're going to wait for a response, and then you're going to send it, you know, and it's like, if you can't even follow instructions, please do not invest your money with me, all right? I should have been said that. All right, if you cannot follow directions, please do not invest your money with me, okay? Because the last thing I need somebody investing their money and they don't even plan on reading. You know how difficult that is to be in my position? Doing something for somebody, and the documentation is so right. And they get it and say, okay, now what I do? And I'm like, yo, okay. All right, so the thing is, now think about somebody that's been following me. So that service is more so for somebody that's been following me, somebody that's been reading their contract. They understand what's going on. They just need some help with the documentation. That's where I come in at. All right, but the thing is, that's not for those that don't plan on reading, family. All right, because the last thing I want you to do is give me $2,000. I assist you with your documentation. I give you everything you need, and then you like, what do I do now? Is this it? What do you mean this is it? You haven't even started. You haven't even sent any documentations out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, this is wild, man. This is wild. What? All right, so yeah, so it's not for beginners. All right, somebody said, so as one who is far from a beginner, I am looking forward to the service, but you are right on point. People who don't read or know what's going on and have it internalized will only hurt themselves, for sure. For sure. I got a couple of people that tapped in with that service. You know, I got their documentation to them, and they're just like, what do I do? I'm like, yo, read the manual I sent you. All right, if all the documentation is good, your address, and the headquarters, and all the address is good, now you follow the manual, because I give you a manual step by step. Hey, send this with this, with this. After 10 business days, if you don't hear anything, we're going to do a follow-up letter with this. Okay? And the worst thing you want to have is power in your hands and don't even know how to use it. That's what's happening right now. People having power in their hands and they don't know how to use it. You know, and I feel like I'm cheating the game, because it's like, man, some of these people don't even deserve this damn service, to be honest with you. Some people don't deserve it. I think I need to go higher. Yeah, I think I need to go higher. Because I feel like the higher it is, the more a person going. Because you got some people that, man, what, dinner? You know, you can spend a bottle of wine, $2,000. You know, now granted, there was a part of time in my life where that was a lot of money. Okay? There was a part of time in my life where 2,000 was a lot of money. Okay? But when you got some people that just has that, it's like, oh shit, I need a new house. Let me help. I need your help to get a new house. 2,000, here you go. And you know, I'm like, damn, that's a little too, you know. All right, I'm back. But yeah, that is not. Nah, somebody said you got paid. No worries. See, y'all thinking it's just about the money, y'all. What do you? It's not about that, man. It's like, forget the money, man. Forget the money. All right, I have money. You know, it's not about the money. It's not. See, that's what I'm saying. See, y'all will be in my position, just be greedy and just take money, take money, take money. No, man. I want people to actually get this. It doesn't do me any good if you give me 2,000 and then you don't go what we agreed on you supposed to be doing. Because now all you're gonna do is say, hey, I gave him 2,000 and it didn't work. You see what I'm saying? So no, it's not about the money, man. It's not about the money. Making money is easy. See, it's just people that work jobs don't understand how easy it is to make money. All right, now I gotta raise it due to the fact that, you know, some people is looking at this like it's like, oh man, it's 2,000, because man, who else is doing this, man? I had to sit down and think, man, who else is doing this, man? Who else can y'all pay and say, yo, I found a house, boom, help me with it? Who is doing that, y'all? Man, sometimes I gotta sit back and like, yo, maybe I think I'm doing too much, man. Cause I look around, nobody else got this service. Nobody, hey man, go find a car. I'll assist you. Hey, go find a house, I'll assist you. And you got folks that don't read and it's just, hey man, yeah, I got that money here. Boom. And I was like, yo, this house is in the millions. You see what I'm saying? Like, people is not really understanding. And yes, we have these properties, man. 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 All right. So understand, if you tap in with that information, you have to read, family. It's not just paying me and you just sit back, kick back, and just no, family. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. All right. You have to understand what's going on. All right. You have to understand what's going on. All right. We will be in Cleveland, Ohio next month. All right. I will be giving out dates this week. All right. The information that I will be giving in Cleveland, Ohio, all right, is some man, I can't even put it in words, y'all, because It's something I was just gonna keep on the private side, but for sure, I can do it at these in-person events. All right, but we are going to talk about trust. All right, on a whole new level. All right, in Cleveland, Ohio. All right, so for those folks that tap in for that, it will not be any recordings to that class. All right, you're just gonna have to be there. All right, but the information I give is going to be set up so that you can have a foundation so that when you start to get these high net assets, all right, now you can transfer them the proper way. Okay, you can transfer them in the proper way. And I'm going to introduce you to a type of trust that I don't see anybody talking about. All right, the reason why I don't see anybody talking about them because I don't see anybody really trying to gain high net assets. Okay, I mean I don't see it. I mean if they out there, cool. All right, I don't see it. All right, I'm somebody that's trying to go for the gusto. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with y'all. Y'all see this painting behind me? Y'all see this picture behind me? How long have y'all been seeing that picture? How long have y'all been seeing this picture? You know why it's been 4 years and you've been seeing this same picture? Okay, it's the throw off. Okay, it's a throw off. Nobody really knows how I'm living. Nobody knows. All right, yeah, this backdrop, I'd put that there to throw because if I actually showed y'all what I really be in, man, you're gonna be really pocket watching. All right, they go, oh! You know, I like when they say, man, that look like apartments. You know, that's fine. All right, then I get students beating foreclosure, get students being eviction. What do y'all think these people do when they get this type of results? They go and tell other people. And guess what those people do? Then they buy a class and they tap in. So the money is not the problem, family. All right. If you haven't noticed, my prices is very low because the money is not the problem. All right. It's not the problem. All right. Nah. No. I'd rather show y'all through my students. All right. We got students getting houses, cars. All right. And you got a lot of students that don't really care to tell that they got it, y'all. You know, they don't care because think about it. Now I do have people that want to say, hey, I got my testimony, I want to come on and talk. But you got some people that just say, yo, I don't even want nobody in my business, man. I know what I did to read. I know what I did to get here. And I don't want to just give up what I've done to some people that ain't even read. All right, man. Boats and hoes. Well, I don't deal with hoes anymore. Boats and women? Yes. Now, April 13th, okay? April 13th, all right? I'm showing you exactly how to perform your rent, perform your mortgage, perform your rent, perform your mortgage, perform your rent. You gonna perform your mortgage, y'all. Do y'all know what that means? Somebody right now is at work in the bathroom looking at me trying to kill time. Somebody is at home right now that just got off work. All right, so you know, you and I know that you are working to pay for that what? Mortgage. You and I know that you are working to pay for what? That lease. So let's think about it. Imagine being able to perform the whole lease contract, y'all. I'm not talking about for a month. I'm not talking about for 2 months, okay? I'm not talking about for 1 month. I'm not talking about for 2. I'm talking about for the whole entire lease, which then will trickle the money that you came back. Because now let's talk about it. The money that you came out your pocket that you've been paying on that mortgage, on that lease. I remember there was a security interest that you gave that you never used. There was a security interest that you gave that you never used. I'm telling you something good right now. All right, I'm gonna say it again. There is a security interest that you gave that you never utilized. All right, so on April 13th, I'm going to show you how to utilize that security interest that you gave. I didn't give it. You gave it. All right, don't blame me. Blame you. You gave this security interest when you applied. You gave it. All right? So don't you think you should start utilizing something that you originally gave? Okay? So now imagine April 13th come. You learn how to utilize the full security interest. So let's do a little math. All right? Let's do a little math. All right? A little analogy. Think about it. Okay? If I move into an apartment or house paying a mortgage, let's say I just moved into a 12-month lease, right? Let's say the rent is $2,000 a month. All right, $2,000 a month, right? All right. So what's 2,000 times 12? $24,000, right? So let's say we endorse the whole lease for the entire $24,000. All right, but wait a minute. Now, let's say one of y'all are already paid halfway up the lease, right? Meaning in your mind, you only have to pay 50%. I'm going to show you how to utilize the full 100% of the security interest that you haven't even touched. All right. Soon as you use that, all the money that you came out your pocket is going to qualify as unearned interest. All right. That's how I got my money back, family. I got my money. That's how I beat my eviction in Florida. Okay. I got my $17,000 back from the court. Okay. From the court. All right, I didn't have to pay the landlord. I paid it to the court, and I stood on my performance. Now, the landlord didn't understand my performance, which is okay, great. That's why we have litigation, so we can talk about this, negotiations. All right, lawsuit is not nothing bad. Now that I look at it, family, it's really a conversation that you must have. All right, before you can say extreme measures are taken. All right, you always have the chance to defend. All right, you always have a chance to have be able to voice your stance. Okay, so I got my $17,000 back. Okay, for those, so that $17,000 I had to pay to the court registry. All right, in Florida. All right, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. For y'all that's been following me, you know. All right, so when I won my eviction, I really actually won in arbitration. All right, so they settled out with me before we even went to our hearing in court. Okay. All right. So with that being said, all the money that I was putting in the court registry, since I won, it was dispersed back to me. So for those months that they said I didn't quote unquote pay, when I beat eviction, I won all that money back. All right. Rather you believe it is fraud, rather you scam, right? It is what it is, okay? All right, it is what it is. All right, so when you think about it, all right? So wait a minute, you got all your $17,000 back, but what happened to the landlord? How did the landlord get their money? See, the landlord is supposed to go to the bank and get their money. That has nothing to do with the tenant. I'm not here to tell the landlord how to do their job or handle their private business. That's not my job. That's not my job. Now, I'm going to do my best to, articulate with the landlord. But if the landlord giving me energy like, I'm not taking this out. Yo, all right, cool. Get your attorney. All right. I'm not squatting. All right. Nothing on my record say squatting. Okay. Only squatting I'm doing is if I'm in the weight room. Okay. All right. I'm not here to, no, I'm not. I'm here to exercise rights. I'm here to get the landlord paid. Okay. Utilizing my security interest, not my personal income. Okay, at all. And if anybody say, hey, we don't follow that. All right, so what do you mean you don't follow that? You don't follow federal rules and regulations. That's why we must understand federal rules and regulations. All right, you have to. Regular rules and regulations. You have to. Because if you don't understand that, you're going to let these financial institutions, these property managers, these mortgage companies tell you things like, yo, we're not under that. You're letting a worker, hear me clearly, you're letting a worker tell you that their company isn't under federal rules and regulations. Just let me say that one more time. You're letting a worker tell you, agent, that their company that they're working for isn't under federal rules and regulations. So who do you think is wrong? Okay? How many times have we been workers and been wrong at work? I remember when I used to work, man, you come ask me something, man. Hey, where is that? Where's this at? Oh, that's going down on Bay. I'm just pointing fingers. I don't damn know. Get out of my face. Every time. Okay? So you got to understand, if they say that, don't get mad. Understand, hey, I forgot. Mensa did say that at work. Just tell yourself that. They're at work. Okay? They don't know. You hit them with something, they say, can I put you on a brief hold, sir? They go and tell their supervisor, hey, supervisor, he said something about the supervisor's so damn scared to get on the phone. That's why they living through the worker. They saying, okay, tell him we're not under that and he has to pay using check, cash. Yeah, tell him that. And they come back and say, yes, sir, unfortunately, we don't take that form of payment. We're not under those rules. Y'all hear how confident they sound after they come back from that hole. So let me give y'all a little insight. I used to work for Samsung. All right, I used to troubleshoot phones. All right, well, if you called me and you told me something I didn't understand, I'm gonna sound confused here. But as soon as I say, let me put you on the brief hold, and I go ask my supervisor, what should I tell him? Okay, cool. Yes, sir. All right, this is what you gonna do. You gonna you sound all confident when you come back. Next time you're on the phone, peep it. All right, next time you're on the phone, just peep it. All right, you gonna say something, they're gonna put you on a brief hold. Watch when they come back how confident they are. No, sir, we're not under that. Damn, I'm like, damn, Margaret, you sound confident as hell all of a sudden. Did you go read that act? Because I know you didn't. You went and go talk to the supervisor that's sitting 10 feet away from you. All right? That's eating a bag of chips with their damn legs crossed. Texting. All right? Managers don't be doing nothing at these call centers. Okay? All right, so that's why we want to get this information to the CFO. All right, no, we're not waiting for the CFO to call us. All right, we're getting this to the CFO so we can have proof that we have got it to the headquarters. All right, when in doubt, headquarters. All right, I made that phrase for myself because I'm like, yo, I'm not. Everybody kept saying, who do I send it to? When in doubt, you send it to the head. All right, I'm a boss, so I'm going to send it to the boss's location. I don't know the actual owner's location. All right, so all I can do is go off of the CFO, the headquarters. Okay, I'm going through the headquarters. That's where I'm keeping, that's where I'm starting, that's where I'm building my case. That's where I'm building my litigation lawsuit. All right, I got proof I sent my first letter of a notice of security interest. Okay, I got proof of me sending my follow-up. I got proof of sending my demand letter. But you know what a lot of people do that don't read, that just buys my classes? All right, they do all that and then just get stuck. They say, I did everything you said do. Well, why you ain't sued yet? I did everything you said do. I did everything you said. Anytime you hear anybody comment on here and they say, I did everything you said do, don't listen to them, y'all. All right, because I never in my life said follow all my words. I said go read, okay? My words is a bridge to the source, okay? My words are not the source. I don't know why people is making it the source. People hear my words and go jump off bridges. Oh, he said, oh, we ain't got to do that anymore. Okay, cool. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's like I don't want to say certain things because people are actually going to do it. All right? Actually going to do it. If I say you don't got to worry about that, they'll say, well, I just decided not to read. No, my friend, I didn't say don't read it. I'm just saying for this specific process, you don't got to worry about that. But a lot of times people, they hear it and be like, okay, well, he said I don't need no power of attorney. Like, no, my friend, I did not say that. Okay, you need a power of attorney. All right, now, I never said that. Hold on now, you putting words in my mouth. All right, so when I come on here, I got to be extra careful because somebody will twist my words up so quick. I say, well, you got to send CFO. Oh, you said send it to the indentured trustee? No, I did not say that. I said send it to the CFO. When in doubt, send it to the CFO. All right. Now, the thing about the trustee, yeah, there's remedy there, but a lot of people is having issues trying to validate going to the indentured trustee because they're thinking that their personal account is there, and it's not. All right, that's not your indentured trustee. That's the bank's indentured trustee. So the bank has an account for them. Yes, your funds are in there. All right, but you can't call up and say, I am the secure part. Man, come on, y'all. Come on, man. What y'all doing? It's not how it works. You got some people that's trying to figure out how to get around the banks. I just want to go straight to the Federal Reserve. You're not ready for that level. You're not ready for that level. Okay? And that's why we have classes, family. All right? Regardless if you want to pay for the class, all right, or you, oh my, that's too much. But really think about your life. Nothing should be too much if you're working a job. I'm going to say it again. Nothing should be too much if you're working a job. There should be you should spare no expense to get out of that lifestyle. You should spare no expense. Because I know for me, if I was a beginner right now, I'm sparing no expense to get out of the rat race of waking up Monday through Friday, waiting on a paycheck, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. You got some people that's looking at me right now is crossing their arms mentally and saying, well, I make good money. And I'm telling your po ass, no, you don't. No, you don't. Okay? No, you don't. All right? If you're not collecting security interest, if you're not, no, I don't want to chill, bro. Somebody told me to chill. No, you're poor. I was poor. I would want you to tell me the same thing. All right? Somebody say, I don't care what you're saying. You're watching me. All right? If you work a job, you are poor. It's so easy stepping on people's toes. Oh, my gosh. I'll just be like, everybody pull your feet out. Stick them out. All right? Hey, if you're working a job, you're poor. And I've worked all the jobs you could do, all except for the weird, y'all. I never did nothing strange for no change. I done trapped, but I ain't never did nothing strange for no change. All right? Now, I'm here to say, if you are working to pay bills, you are classified as poor. I was once poor. No one ever talked to me like this, and I wish they would have. I would have been tapped into this information. I remember a guy told me, hey, man, how much you get paid? I was like, man, I make $20 an hour, man. I make a dumb hour. I remember him saying, hey, man, how you feel about if a boss came every hour and he lined y'all up and he just gave you y'all hourly check out the back of his damn pocket? I said, God. He made me feel so broke, y'all. He made me feel so poor, y'all. I said, oh, my God, I just visualized it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, I just visualized. All I could see was myself in line looking like this. Y'all know how the poor kids be looking at the park. All right, I just felt like I was in line waiting for my $20 bill. All right, looking like a park kid. I just visualized it. Stains in my jeans. Okay, yeah, man. I was like, oh my God. If he never said that, I never would have had the visual. So if y'all don't get the visual, I say it again. All right. For y'all that make something that somebody can put in their damn pocket. Do y'all not know some people carry a stack in their pocket? Do y'all not know somebody carry 2,000 in their pocket? Now imagine waiting on a check every week and it's around 1,500. Somebody is carrying that in their back pocket, y'all. And if that don't offend you, you're poor. So you're only not poor if it offends you. If it offends you, then you're not poor. If that don't offend you, you're poor. That's what it is. Don't buy any classes. So what? All right, I'm here to let you know. And I wish somebody told me this. I wish somebody walked into the job. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that. Y'all think I'm playing. I'm going to have me a crew of 8 people. And we're going to just walk into jobs. And we just going to record it and say, hey, man, you don't got to be here, man. You can see, man, it's going to be so damn funny. They're going to kick us out. It's going to be so fun because y'all got to see, all right, how we're all living in Inception. Do y'all know what Inception is? Do y'all not know what Inception is? A dream inside of a dream. But imagine having a dream inside of a nightmare. No, I should flip it. A nightmare inside of a dream. You got people that are working jobs. Somewhere along the line, the idea of you having to work to live was implanted. Y'all remember Inception? Somebody implanted that idea. It had festered for so long that even if somebody brung another avenue, that idea is so vested in some of y'all that new information is not going to unplug you. You just here for the entertainment. Okay? We have literally created social constructs in our mind to feel I gotta work 40 hours or 60 hours a week to get $1,500. You got some people here that don't even make that. Yes, talking to you. Yes. Yes, I remember living in Greenville, South Carolina, working on a forklift. We was getting paid $11.50. Yes. Yes. Getting paid every week. Paychecks was like $750 damn dollars, man. Yes. Yes. And you got some people that have literally accepted that constructive mindset that said, hey, I done did this for 50 years. I'ma retire. You have did nothing. How does it feel? How does it feel? Y'all want everything to be rainbows and things. Like, come on, bro, lighten up. Ain't no damn lighten up. You're working. We'll lighten up when you stop working, when you understand the user security interest. The reason why you can't fully understand it is because you're working. How does it feel? Somebody said I'm a broke bitch. I didn't say that now. I'm not calling you a dog. I didn't say that. I just said you're poor, and you just because you're poor today don't mean you're gonna be poor tomorrow. It's a mentality. All right, don't put more labels on yourself. I didn't say you was a broke bitch. I didn't say that. All right, you are not. All right, a poor goddess that needs to understand contractual obligation. Yeah. All right, but anything left to it? No. All right, I'm not gonna let you do that to yourself. All right, no. All right, that's why I'm saying yes, we're poor. All right, and I'm speaking to my shadow because I'm not poor, fam. I'm not even going to speak that. I'm just trying to say it as a collective group right now. All right, folks are poor is because they are not utilizing their contractual obligations. It's actually laughable. That's why I'm so harsh. Because when you get on this side, it's laughable. You're going to be like, damn, bro, I see what you're saying, man. Damn, I didn't like you, bro. You know, you were saying how I was poor. You know, I didn't like that. You know, I get, who cares what you like? I be wanting to tell y'all that sometimes. Who gives a, you look at my babies in there. I'm like, who gives a fuck what you like? Who cares? That's y'all problem. Well, you know, it kind of hurt my feelings. Who cares about your feelings? You're going to work. You don't care enough about your feelings to wake up every damn morning, go to work, and take a check and go pay on the bill that you didn't even read. Forget your feelings. I had to move my feelings. That's why I said I wish I had somebody talking to me like this. I would have been through my feelings to the side. Like, bro, what I need to do? What I need to read, man? If I don't got the money, I don't got the money for the class, so what can I do? You say go read, boom, all right, cool. That's free. You got folks that don't even do that. You got folks that don't even do that. So focused on how much the class is. Damn, until you get the money for the class, read your contract. You can get this ball rolling with no money. Only thing you gotta do is pay attention. That's the only payment. You just gotta pay attention. But you got so many people's attention spans are so cheap. Oh man, that's a new phrase, man. Your attention span is cheap. All right, about to start saying that. Oh man, what? Oh my God. Oh man, I'm about to start. What? Hey man, your attention span too cheap to pick up what I'm putting down. Oh! I'm giving too much game right now. Okay. I gotta slow down. All right, but yeah. All right. Pay attention, family. Read your contract. It's free. All right. It's free. It's so easy. All you got to do is read, family. I ain't never heard something so simple, man. It's like the simple phrases, they hit me so different now. Closed mouths don't get fed hits me different. If you want to hide something to put it in a book, hits me different. You are what you surround yourself around. Imagine being in a break room. And just for y'all that don't think I've worked before, I know the conversation in the break room, we're either talking about sports, the weather, or politics. And they all coming from uninformed perspectives. Oh, y'all see what they did? That's a shame. It's a shame. You know, you just can't do anything nowadays. I just be like, shut up. Get back to your line. Hush. All right? Hush. I don't think people deserve an opinion that are not informed. Am I a devil for saying that, y'all? Somebody said smoke weed, a lot of it. Am I wrong for saying that, y'all? I don't feel like people that are uninformed and that don't read, they don't deserve an opinion. Am I wrong for saying that? Man, that victim mentality has spread it like wildfire, y'all. I remember sitting beside somebody, they were telling me why this was happening. I was like, man, that's not true. You haven't been reading, bro. And what I'm not gonna do is let you lie to me right beside me, man. You ain't gonna sit there and say your life is hard. You gotta go do this. You gotta go. Like, no, you've been following me, man. You're choosing not to read. Okay? I don't think people that don't understand contractual obligations, they deserve an opinion. Most people that have jobs right there, they didn't even read their employment contract, y'all. Y'all know how deep this goes? Folks would look at me and tell me, no, I'm gonna keep my job. Y'all better keep them jobs. Yeah, keep a job that you didn't even read the contract to as well. You see what I'm saying, y'all? This is deep. I don't know anyone that cares about it as much as I do. I'm sure there's people out there, y'all. But I'm a lone wolf. Now, I do got some allies out there. All right. But you know, when you kind of on this level, family, you don't really be looking for groups and things like that. You know, you just want to be able to lay seeds on individuals, you know, so they can pick it up and be able to touch the people that you can't. All right. I know my voice can't reach to everybody, especially those that see me or hear how I'm putting it down. So y'all may be able to filter some of the things I'm saying and then relay it to someone else by way of your results. Okay, so I'm not here to get this big ass following, all right, because I understand that the less is always more. The less is always more. If I cared about the following, y'all, I would have bought followers. I would have started buying, I would have bought me 100 cell phones. Okay? Probably 200. Man, I probably did something crazy. I would have bought 1,000 iPhones. Created you see what I'm saying, y'all? It's ways to do all that stuff. But the reason why I'll always look at it's not about that, because imagine a bunch of bots on, you know, a bunch of bots on my comments and things. I need real people, real experiences. You can't beat that. All right? Real people's real experiences beat my experience. Because when people see me, they're gonna say, well, where's your students? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm asking about, hey, man, I got results. I beat my foreclosure. You know, like, that's a real person that I probably never met physically, was just online. Imagine that type of power. Imagine being able to help someone in a physical form, but never physically meeting them. Okay? Somebody's saying, go buy a yacht. You worry about my yachts or my planes or my... Neither is that, neither here or there, man. What does that matter? Focus. Would you, hey, bro, would you rather tap Kamala Harrison from 15 years ago or AOC? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Have you done any processes with credit unions? Yes. NCUA. The NCUA is who regulates the credit unions. Do not bring up Federal Reserve with credit unions. They are not under the Federal Reserve Act. They are under the NCUA. All right. I'm here to try not to be boring with the lessons. Cause I understand there's people out there that has great information, but you know they don't relay it in a exciting manner. You know the tone is boring. You know their points are boring. You know they're just teaching. Today, guys, we're learning about security interest. Security interest is that shit is boring. I fall asleep. Could you drop secure credit card, Jim? It's all the same, family. It's nothing different. Like y'all be waiting for a key word to be said, like it's gonna say, voila! Oh snap! I got it now. That's not how it go. Like it's everything I've said today includes secure credit cards as well. You gave a secure interest in that secure credit card. You gave an application. Now banks is gonna try to say, well, no, you didn't give us anything. Just like the mortgage company will say, no, you didn't give us anything. Just like the dealership or the finance company that financed the car would say, no, you didn't give us. It's all the same articulation, y'all. It's one size fits all. But when you understand how to build the foundation, you're literally operating off a foundation. I'm a ball player, so a lot of basketball players will understand this analogy or sports. Think of it like a motion offense, okay? It doesn't matter what team we're playing. It doesn't matter what the opposite team does. We're running our motion offense. No matter if they press, no matter if they trap, our motion offense is geared for any defense. Okay, it's the same thing. If they say this, we're saying that. All right, we're working off counters. All right, somebody said, what is bro yapping about? I don't know. It's been 16 months. We still ain't hoop because you're scared, family. You don't want to. And hey, man, we playing for money, man. I'm not playing these free games. All right. I'm not too not ratchet to put money on the flow. Okay. All right. I'm not too not ratchet to put money on the flow, okay? We play 2 dribbles, by the way. We ain't doing all that 100 dribbles. All right, you out there looking like Julian Newman. All right, man, we don't got time for that. All right, you got 2 dribbles to make your moves. All right, if you can't make your moves in 2 dribbles, you can't beat me. All right, yeah, same process with the credit card, same process with the mortgage. It's tweaked a little bit different, but it's the same foundation. All right, same foundation. Once you do it more and more, you'll start to kind of get more clarity. A lot of y'all are waiting for me to tell you things, and I'm here to say, go fail. Go fail. Go fail, meaning you learn through failures. You don't learn by not trying anything. At least go fail. Somebody said, I thought 3 dribbles. It's 2 dribbles. It's 2 dribbles. See, that's why I'm gonna learn who really hoop or not. Yeah. Make sure you get letters from the company not speaking on the phone. For sure. Make sure, because things on the phone, family, none of that stuff really matters, fam. Make sure you get documentation. All right. I know a lot of y'all want cars, a lot of y'all want houses. This is how you get the purchase agreement or a buyer's order without giving too much of your game. All right. First thing you want to do is find your car. Make sure it's a car that you want, brand new. Don't be doing these cash cars, y'all. Stay off Facebook Marketplace. Stay off, okay, what is it? Offer Up. I done got a couple cars back in the day from those. We don't shop there no more, y'all. We fancy now, okay? Y'all know what the pinky mean. The rich way. All right, the wealthy way. All right, we ain't getting no used cars. Brand spanking new. The only mileage on there is when they moving it around the dealership. All right, that's the only mileage we want to see. All right, so find your car. You're going to find your car. You're going to do your inquiry. Don't do an application. Do not do an application. Do not do an application. Do not do an application. All right, simply give them your phone number, email, let them know you're interested in this vehicle. All right. If they reach out to you, let them know, hey, you got outside financing. Let them know that you have outside financing. Let them know that you have outside financing. All right. This is going to trigger them to not ask you a bunch of questions once you ask for that buyer's order. This is going to trigger them not to ask you a bunch of questions about the buyer's order. This is going to trickle them to not ask you a bunch of questions about the buyer's order. Now, why do I mean? Why do I say that? Because if you just call and say, I want the buyer's order, they're going to ask you a bunch of questions, give you a bunch of pushback. So simply call and say, hey, I have a bank that's going to finance the deal. I just need a buyer's order. All right? I just need a buyer's order. They're going to say, okay, great. Well, you got you. What's your name? First name, last name, address? Boom. They're going to throw it on a buyer's order. Boom. Now you got the buyer's order. Now, for the folks that's been following me, you understand what to do with that buyer's order. The reason why I got a gatekeep and stop right there is because a lot of people is going to just go hear what I'm saying right now, not going to do any studying. Go get a buyer's order and say, all right, bro, I got the buyer's order. Now what? Now you turn that you accept the buyer's order. Didn't they just give you a piece of paper with positive credits with your name on it? Didn't they send it to you? Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. I didn't have no teacher like this, y'all. That's why I'm okay to just give it out like this. It's really that easy. Don't mess around and have a trust set up. You got folks with trust that don't even know how to use them. You got folks with trust that don't even know how to use them. All right. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about a house. All right. Now I'm giving y'all this game so y'all can tap into that April 13th. If I'm giving this to you, imagine what I got to show you April 13th. Okay. Let's say you want to buy a house. All right. And yes, I did this. That's why I'm telling y'all to do. That's why I keep showing y'all the same old painting. Right? Okay. I'm about to be out of here very soon, y'all. When I mean out of here, I mean this. Man, hell no. Okay? This is how you get a house. All right? You're finding the house first and foremost. Did you know you don't even have to work with a realtor? A lot of times these realtors are holding a lot of the process up. Okay? Imagine seeing the house. You've contacting the property managers that's dealing with the house. You let them know, hey, I want to buy this house. I got outside financing. All I need is a purchase agreement. Can you provide that? Trying to tell y'all, man, it's not as hard as you think it is, y'all. Whoo! Some people think it's scam. They're going to be working their jobs next year while you're in your new house. They're going to be working their jobs next year when you're in your new house. Saying things like, that stuff don't work. He paid them to say that. Man. And as soon as you get that purchase order, you're going to accept it, okay? Of course, you have some documentations. Of course, I'm not going to tell you everything, family, because some people gonna try to say, "Well, you said do this, it didn't work," and they go, I don't have time for that, family. All right, but when you tap into these courses, understand the blueprint is there. The blueprint is definitely there. All right, and I will be bringing the blueprint to Cleveland, Ohio. All right, next month. All right, now April 13th is online. April 13th is an online course, family. That's not Cleveland. Cleveland is next month in person. All right, but the online course that I will be doing April 13th is geared for mortgages and apartments, showing you step by step how to perform, family. It doesn't matter if you in eviction. All right, it doesn't matter if you just moved into the house. Okay? It doesn't even matter if you don't have a house yet. You still will want to know, okay, what to do after I get my house. Or what are some things I can do before I even apply? Let me go ahead and get my blueprint down. You look more professional that way. All right, it's going to be on Sunday. I believe it starts at 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay, somebody say how much is it? That class is 200. Yeah, that class is 200. So imagine you're you're facing eviction. They saying you owe $8,000, $5,000. All right, you buy this class on April 13th, 200. All right, you learn exactly step by step how to stop the performance, or I should say stop the eviction by way of performance. Imagine how far that that $200 goes, family. Man, imagine. Imagine when you tap into that class and you learn what's going on, you're able to stop yours. And now you're able to charge people to help. Now you can do it. I'm literally setting y'all up. I'm not here to take all the real estate, y'all. I'm not, okay, I'm here to put people in position. All right, because I'm not about to be teaching forever. Okay? Man. For sure, for sure. All right. April 13th, family. Stop eviction, stop foreclosure. All right. If anybody needs help with, I can't even spill the beans. Just I gotta wait. I gotta wait. All right, I'm gonna wait after Cleveland. All right, but for those that needs assistance, I'm talking about for my long-term followers that's been around. All right. Um, if you need help building your trust, and I'm not talking about no regular, okay, okay, man, sheesh. For those that's in my Telegram group, y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. But if anybody needs help with building theirs, all right, because you got to understand when you start getting these high net assets, okay, you can't just keep those in the public, family. You have to transfer those into protection. All right, you have to transfer those in protection. Somebody said money back guaranteed for them since you're confident, but you won't. We know your game. No, there's no money back guarantee. Did you go to school, fail, and get your money back? I don't think you did. When you're talking about in Telegram, I do have a Telegram group. We meet once a week. We also send out weekly PowerPoints. It's $88 a month. But every week you'll receive a PowerPoint geared towards the information. Every Sunday you'll meet with us. Every Sunday at 7. We meet every Sunday at 7. And we're supposed to do a makeup class this Thursday. Matter of fact, I'm glad I've said that. All right, but yeah, you can join that as well. Link is in my bio. It's called We the People subscription. If you want to tap into that. What else services I have? Again, if you need me to go over your contract, meaning if you have a house and you need me to assist you with drafting the documentation so you can utilize the security interest, y'all, I'm gonna put you in position. I'm not here to milk you. I'm not here to, man, come on, man. All right, come on. That's never been in my DNA, never. Okay, I'm here so you never have to come back. All right, that's my mind frame. I'm trying to get you in position so you don't have to come back. So you can say, yo, I got this. I'm good. Now I can go help my family. All right. So yeah, if you need me to help you draft the public administrative process, private administrative process, I have two services. I have a standard services, which is strictly just the private administrative process, meaning me doing your tender, me sending your letter so you can transfer the interest, so you can transfer it to the principal's balance so you can get it paid off. All right, I do everything all the way up to filing the court documents. That is $1,000. Okay. Now, if you want the premium package, all right, which comes with the private administrative process and the public administrative process. Now, what is the private administrative process? What is the public administrative process? The private administrative process is the documents that you're sending to the corporation that you have a contract with. For example, let's say I got my house through Bank of America. All right, my private administrative process is going to be sent to Bank of America. All right, soon as Bank of America ignores me or doesn't abide by the instructions of the principal that I'm presenting, all right, then I would transfer that to arbitration. Then from arbitration, I would transfer that to a public administrative process. All right, so that's the difference between public and private, family. You got a private administrative process that you must do. You're going to take that private administrative process and transfer it to a public administrative process. So now you can get a judge to rule on your case. All right, so I assist with that. That is the premium package. All right, that is $2,000 for the premium package. But that's for houses, cars, credit cards, you name it, any consumer credit transaction I can assist you with. All right, now let's say you don't have a car, you don't have a house, and you're looking for one. I can assist you with that as well. All right, meaning the acquiring of the asset. All right, let's say you find the house, you like it. All right, you like it. It's not something like, oh, I can afford this. Or we're not trying to find things that we can afford, because why? We're going off our principal interest. All right, we're going off our principal. Now, if the asset is a certain amount, I'm going to highly suggest, I highly suggest you get a trust for all everything. But if you start getting into those high multi-million-dollar properties, family, all right, you have to have a trust, okay? Because I'm not going to put you in, in harm's way or anything like that. I highly advise that you get a trust, okay? But yeah, I can assist you with that as well. As far as I can also do if you're declined for credit. Let's say you decline for a house. Let's say you decline for a car or something like that. I can assist you with the administrative process. All right, because again, in my eyes and my perspective, okay, it's a motion offense for me. All right, everything I look at everything the same. I'm attacking the security interest in your contract. All right, I'm not here to hear what they've been doing to you. Man, my roof been leaking. I don't care about none of that. All right, I'm here so we can focus on the security interest, so we can use the full security interest. All right, so now that's going to trickle your unearned interest that you came out of pocket for. So that's going to be the money that you're going to get back. So imagine paying me $2,000 for the full process, but in turn you get $100,000 back of the money that you came out your pocket. Okay, and no, we can't post those type of checks, family. Those are private checks. Okay, we don't care about y'all enough to post these folks' checks. Or not. I am. Sam, I am. Man, y'all got to think deeper, y'all. Somebody said, does the trust have to have a 9-8 number? Y'all got to get past the beginner levels of this stuff, y'all. Okay, we're still getting stuck on, should it have an 8-6? Should I have a 9-8? And I'm not tracking jokes. I'm just saying, we got to get past that. Okay, what happens if it wasn't a 98 number? You think that's going to stop me from trying? Like, no. All right, y'all got to stop letting people add this fear monger. Okay? Somebody said lose 2K, then pay court fees. Enjoy. Well, last time I checked, when we win, we don't pay court fees. And even if we lose, we still perform the default payment. I know you didn't think about that. Even when we lose, the judge is going to do a what? Default judgment, meaning the judge is going to say, you shall pay. Okay, and we're going to take the judgment and do what? Perform. So, no, there's not any legal fees. Okay, get off your knees, buddy. Okay, that's what you can do. Get off your knees. Stop looking for all the naysayers. Stop thinking negative. Think positive. You can do this. I am. You can do this. All right? So if you know this, but other don't, why would you say that? Why not be an inspiration? If you know this, get off your knees. You know what I'm saying? Join me in the inspiration. You just said you know this. All right, so join me. All right, these people want to know the answers. Okay? Yes, they want to know. All right? Don't throw fear monger out there and have a beginner saying like, oh, legal fees? No. And then turn around and say, I know, but they don't. So why would you comment that? Looney Tunes. All right. Now, understanding all this. Now, if you sign up for this service, I am going to be with you, fam. It's not something you pay. I send you documentation and bye, out of here. No, I'm not that guy. Okay, I'm not that guy. You sign up for the service. Anything pops up, you can reach out to me. Hey, they sent me this. Hey, they come on now. I'm not gonna leave you out here to dry. Right? I'm not gonna leave you out here to dry. Okay, nobody, especially with this type of service, because I want you to get results. Yes. All right, yes. All right, now what's the turnaround time for me to get your documents to you, especially for the front end? You got to give me 2 weeks. All right, you got to give me 2 weeks. All right, line is wrapped around the building. All right, you got to give me at least 2 weeks. At first, it was just give me 72 hours, but that's damn near impossible seeing the amount of folks that has signed up. All right, and again, you know, it's a lot of folks that's been signed up that's been following, which is great, but there are a lot of people that sign up that's like total beginners that's never been following me. They kind of heard it from word of mouth, you know, and you know, I'm appreciative that they trust me enough to, you know, give me that money and not even really know me. All right, but I'm not here to, you know, just do something, give it to you, and then we should part ways. Like, no, that's not what I'm here. I'm actually here to build with you so you can get results for you and for you and your family, so that hell, my family can do business with your family. All right, my family can do business with your family. Literally, y'all, that's wealth. All right, me being able to transfer 100 million to your family accepting it. We going to IRS and saying, yeah, I gave him this and you don't got to repay. You say, yeah, he did give me this. We need to cut the check through the... Like, yes, family, I can't really say much, y'all, because it's next levels. Workers don't understand this shit. All right, I'm not really here to make workers understand. I'm here to get those that really are bosses. You just don't understand you're a boss. All right, because I understand I was a boss and I was working. I just needed that spark. You know, I just needed that spark. Some of y'all just need that spark. All right, some of y'all try to fight the spark. I don't know why. You're weird. It's weird. All right, it's weird. All right, it's weird. Folks keep trying to find reasons to pick me out to be wrong. All right, like, man, what? Do you understand the assets I have? Do you understand the proof I've helped? Like, I can never be wrong. I be trying to tell folks, like, I can never be wrong, man. I've already cemented what I've already done, the families I've already helped. Y'all cannot take that away. Stop trying to look for a reason to find me wrong. Just follow the right. If I'm wrong, cool, man, great. Just follow the right. Because I know for a fact there's way more right than wrong. Way more right than wrong. But folks are trying to hear one, oh, well, you said this. No, I'm like, come on, man. We got to be serious at some point, man. I know we troll and stuff, but I just know me, man. And that might be a sign of depression. You know, I'm not depressed, so I can troll. You know, I can get on here and crack. But I know a lot of people that troll with me, man. They're depressed. And I know they're depressed. And, you know, sometimes I wake up like, you know, I want them to push all they depression all the way to, yeah. All right. And then some days I say, you know, they're depressed. All right. And, you know, yeah, sometimes, some days I wake up on demon time, y'all. Yeah, sometimes I think some of these people just need to, and, you know, some people say, that's not right. That's not like, no, 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 no. Some of these people need to and come back. All right, come back and try it again. Because there's no way you letting somebody like myself come up here and tell you information that's going to change you and your family life. And you rather cross your damn legs, crisscross applesauce, and act a fool. Ain't no way. My daddy used to say that when I used to cut up in elementary. He say, you just in a sitting crisscross applesauce acting a fool, huh? I got something for you. What? He used to beat my ass, y'all. All right, so I'm saying it now. You want to sit crisscross applesauce and act a fool. The teacher is giving you the game. How many of us have been students, we get around test time like, I don't know this stuff. Yeah, because you've been hot dogging and playing the whole damn lessons. Now it's time to take the test. Now you know, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm frustrated. Nah, motherfucker, you ain't frustrated. You was the class clown. Remember, it was ha ha hee hee. Now you acting frustrated and depressed. Things is happening at home. You see what I'm saying? I used to hate kids like that. You know, I might be saying the wrong thing. I used to hate kids that was going through things. I hated it. All right? I hated it because they used to come to class and ruin our lives. You know, I didn't go through anything as a kid. I had a good, you know, we had Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Ohs. You know, everything was great. Okay, then you go to school and you got to deal with these folks, these kids that didn't have lives, well, good, the best lives, and they come being class clowns. They come in, you know, just being bullies and things like that. Like, yes, these people, some of y'all, yeah, and you getting on here doing the same thing. This not your show. Your show stopped when grade school stopped. This is real life, y'all. After I get off this camera, you know, you can go to sleep. You know, today is Tuesday. I remember working, man, you dreading Monday, struggling on Tuesday. They call it Turn Up Tuesday to make you feel good so you can turn up. That's why all drinks is cheap, okay? So it can get you through the weekend. You get the Wednesday, they call it Hump Day. I thought it was so weird. I was like, what the hell is Hump Day? All right, meaning you're almost over the hump of payday. All right, then you get the Thursday. It's almost like Thursday. It's like, one more day. One more day. Friday come, it's like you're feeling good. You're not feeling good if it ain't payday because you're eating a bologna sandwich. All right, but if it's payday on Friday, man, all right, and it's such an emotional drag, fam, and I'm here to pull y'all out of that. Every day is payday. All right, every day you read some new laws. Every day you send out a document. Every day you go down to the post office, that's payday. All right, that's you putting in your deposit. Man, man, man. All right, straight up, yeah, bologna, ham sandwich, wish sandwich. Y'all ever had a wish sandwich? You wish something was between the bread. Yeah, man, yeah. You eating bag of chips all damn day to, man, yeah, man, get out that po life, y'all. You don't deserve that life. You only deserve it if you don't want to read. All right. Now you get one excuse. The one excuse was you didn't know the importance of reading. So you hear me tell you how you're poor if you continue to do this. All right. But if you decide to start reading, you're not poor, family. All right. Our excuse are we get one excuse. The one excuse is I didn't know this. You cannot continue to say that after you hear what you need to do. Some of y'all have heard me say this 5 years ago, 4 years ago. And you're still working. So that means you're just around for the entertainment. 5 years have passed. Somebody said a Nathan burger. I ain't never heard that before. Yeah, I ain't never heard that before. Nathan Burger. All right, just to show y'all that I'm not stressing at all. When you really learn this information, it's like you start rewinding this clock. Y'all see my top of my head? I can't see the top of my head. But can y'all see any balding? I'm going to be 33. Y'all see any bald? Yeah or nay? Y'all see any? Now, to the men that lost their hair, the man that lost their hair at 19, I got a homeboy that lost his hair at 17. Okay, I was like, damn, son. We used to palm his head. All right, but yo, for those men that lost their hair, guess what? You probably lost your hair because you was trying to figure life out. You was trying to figure the finance, and a lot of women don't understand how stressful that is for a man. Like, to not be that high school star developing to a pro. Now you got to live a regular life. And I know we should have that thought to, hey, man, what if you don't make it to league? But we don't think about that. We don't think about that. We think about, yo, I'm going to the league. And then senior year come, your grades is shit. You don't go nowhere. Now you gotta get a job at the at the plant. And you start telling yourself, I'm just gonna be here for 6 months and I'm gonna go walk on. Okay, and then boom. Depression starts hitting. All right, them high school stars now start getting emboldened because they got to work. They got to think about job and stuff. Man, job is one of the scariest things to creators. And I don't think people understand that, man. The word job is the biggest scare to creators. Man. As a creator, you don't want to hear the word job. Those that don't know how to create love that word. Think about a person that loves work or loves a job. Think about what they do when they get off that job. They don't do no creating. They go home, walk in, get them a beer, get them some food, catch up on the game, get ready for tomorrow. Yeah, you're not a creator. And you don't deserve benefits if you're not creating. Even the United States is a corporation. It's a business. Meaning if you're not here creating business, what are you doing? What are you doing? You mean tell me you're stressing, going bald, and you're uninformed, and you're working? Come on, man. This is like what are we doing? That's what brings us back to the inception. We living in inception. We're telling ourselves, I need to work, which is making us have gray hairs. I don't have any gray hairs. I don't dye anything. And if I do get gray hairs, I'm not going to dye anything. It is what it is. Okay, but a lot of us men may be going through those things because, we might look like we're handling it well, all right? But it's easy to see. It's easy to see. Yeah. Yeah. If anybody's working a job, they're poor and they're broke because no one that's working a job is making anywhere near $1 million a year. And why does that matter? Because I'm waiting for somebody to say, well, what if we don't care about all that money? What if we're okay with Shut your po ass up, man. God, your friends ain't gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you. Shut your po ass up, man. Okay? Let me tell you why anything under $1 million a year is cheap. Did you know your birth certificate when you was born, it start off at $750,000 to $2 million. You had that at birth. Imagine going out here and making that in a year. You got that the day you was born. You see what I'm saying? People don't even understand that. That's what I'm saying. Hush your po ass up, man. And people don't like when I say that. Like, no, man, because y'all aren't going to tell po ass people to hush. Y'all going to say, well, their opinion matters. No, po people's opinions does not matter to wealthy. Poor people's opinions does not move wealthy people's wealth. Y'all think it does because they're taking our money, family. It's called security bonds. Their security bonds have nothing to do with you buying or selling. All right? It's like, I wish people would understand that. You honestly got peasants thinking that they run the world. That if they stop working, that the world is going to stop, man. It's almost damn laughable, man, hearing some shit like that. Well, if we stop working, who's going to do the jobs? AI. You don't see these automatic robots in China? You don't think America, you don't think the United States has that ready on standby? Ready for folks to go in uproar and quit their jobs? People were supposed to been had quit. But y'all know what people keep doing? Protesting, marching. We need jobs. We need jobs. $7.50 is not good enough. They should raise it to $13. Grown ass people begging for $13 an hour, man. That's a Chick-fil-A meal. You got grown ass people making Chick-fil-A meals an hour. And I'm supposed to be wrong for saying this stuff. I'm not here to be humble. I'm not here to be your friends. I'm not here to encourage you to excel in your career. All right, it's all bullshit. All right, that you have told yourself. You know you don't care about that. You know you're only doing it for money. I always ask people this: would you be doing what you're doing for free? Cause you wake up every morning, go to work, and don't get anything. Could you do that? If you can't do that, come on, follow me. If you can't do that, follow me. All right. If you can do that, I'm not talking to you. You know, because that's a passion. If somebody say, I like to go down, I like to machine operate, man, I do that for free. I can't argue with that. All right. That's your passion, man. You like to machine operate. You like to call rep. All right. You like to, whatever it is. If you can honestly tell yourself that, and don't just tell me that because you want to one up me. All right. But if you can honestly tell yourself, I can do this job and not get paid because I love it, I can't say anything to you. I'm here for the people that won't be doing their job for free. They tell themselves like, hell no, I won't do my job for free. That's why I like building people up. I say, you like your job? They say, yeah. You make good money? Yeah. Would you ever leave it? No, I won't. Would you work your job for free? Oh, hell no, I wouldn't. All right, exactly. Follow me. Stop all that. Cut all that chit chat, all that po chit chatness. All right, because that's what it is. Po chit chat. I make this. They give me days off. I create my own schedule. I remember when I used to tell myself that. I make my own schedule now. You feel like a fake ass boss. You make your own schedule, but you don't sign your checks. I can get paid every day. I can just go pull money out every day. People that work can't do that. Man. Yeah, it's not about the money. Yeah, it's not about the money at all. All right, but hopefully y'all, getting some information, man. Rather you like me personally, like me business wise, man. Just at least take the words, man. It's an old saying that go, don't judge the messenger, follow the message. All right, so just follow my message, y'all. After you get results, you never have to watch me a day again in your life. All right, you don't gotta refer me, you don't gotta share anything. But I still want you to get this information because again, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here for you to be a groupie. I'm here for you to get this information so you can tell your family so they can start moving. Because I know when my kids get a certain age, I don't want them having to deal with people like you. I don't want my sons and my daughters coming out here trying to tell people about contract and they got people like yourself saying, fake! That's not real. My dad said, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all are teaching kids that are going to be around informed kids. I don't want your kids around my kids. And that might sound harsh, but I don't want your kids playing with my kids. I try to have a play date with my daughter with a friend, and she done went over there and told the little girl, Santa's not real. And I was like, oh my God, no, 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 no. You can't ruin that girl's imagination, man. She had the little girl crying. And I got a phone call. I'm like, what happened? What she do? I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, it's really that serious. You know, y'all think it's like, man, these kids talk. And now imagine your kid saying, I want to work on machines. And then my kids say, hey, you Poe, why you want to work machines? Why won't you use security interest? But why? Because my daddy. You see what I'm saying? And which kid is right? Come on, man. So the faster you learn is now you're going to start throwing all that gumball information you've been feeding your kid. What you want to be, little Sally? Oh, you want to be oh, okay. We're going to do everything you can. So shut up. All right, hush. They try to say you shouldn't teach people how to teach. Man, these are minors that are literally having minors. Man, hush, I can say this. I feel like I'm informed enough to say this, okay? How would I go about depositing a purchase agreement after accepting the bank? I got to grab my class for that. You know, I don't want to be held liable because you're going to want to know what I do. Then you're going to go copy it. Yeah, man. Sheesh. Sheesh. So, yeah, that's what it is, family. I'm not going to hold y'all all night. You know, I could be on here all night just talking, all right, because it's just so much information. All right, but I'm going to cut it short, even though it's long to some people. All right, but we're going to go ahead and cut it short. Make sure y'all tap in April 13th. All right, I will be going live probably again tomorrow, for sure Friday. Okay, tap in if you can. If you don't have the funds, don't pressure it, y'all. Don't think, well, I can't do anything until I buy. Trust and believe, family. You can read your contract now. You can read the contract now, all right? You don't got to wait for no money, okay? Go read your contract now. There's publicly free laws, regulations that you can read. Read your state codes. Read your regarding consumer credit transactions, regarding mortgages, regarding car loans. All right, just read, family. Like, it's free. It's free, all right? It's free, okay? Now, but if you do have the funds, I would definitely say invest. Like, don't be trying to save money. The worst thing you can do as an individual is save money when there's classes out here that you can invest in, that you can gain from. I'm not here to swindle you. I know a lot of folks probably call me a scammer. I'm not a scammer, y'all. I might troll on here and say, yeah, I'm the biggest. Yeah, I'm not a scammer, okay? If you believe that and you're still around, that something's wrong with you personally, all right? But I'm not a scammer, all right? So if you do invest money in me, surely for sure, all right? Surely for sure, all right, you're going to get value, okay? Especially if you utilize the information, you're not even going to remember the investment because the type of value you're going to get after that investment, y'all. And that's why I do my classes so low, so you don't really even damn think about the price. You don't think about that. Because by the time you start rolling, man, you be like, hey, man, what's the next class at? I got to tell people like, yo, you got all the classes, man. There's nothing more you can buy. You know, they try to buy everything. What more can I buy? I want to buy everything. Like, yo, it's not about that. It's not, you know, I'm honored. You know, it's my pleasure to be able to receive this type of gratitude. You know, folks trusted me enough. But again, y'all, that's not why we're here. All right? We're not here just so you can trust me and that's it. No, we're here so you can trust me so you can gain something. So now you can take from me and go and help your family. That's how it's supposed to go. Not come and tell me, hey, I got all your classes. You should do something for me. No, family. You bought all the Jordans. Jordan didn't call you. Okay? You got all the Jordans. Jordan has never called you. Jordan has never gave you a shout out. I don't think Jordan has ever gave a shout out to any of his Jordan buyers. I could be wrong. I don't know. All right, but that's the two avenues you have, family. All right, that's what it is. April 13th, stop eviction, stop foreclosure. Link is in my bio for those that's on YouTube. If you're interested in that course, Go to my very first profile display page. It should be at the top. You should see it says Hood Consumer Advisors in black bold letters. Go ahead and click on that. Follow the link. All right, and then you can go ahead and purchase that Stop Eviction course. If anybody's interested in my contract review, if there's a new property that you have your eyes on, all right, and you was telling yourself, man, I don't got that money to put the down payment down, sign up for the service, family. Let me show you something. Okay, I don't know how convincing that is. I'm not here to convince you, but sign up for the service and I can show you something. All right, you will not be paying no damn down payment. I guarantee you that. Okay, I guarantee you that. All right, if the down payment is what you worry about, if the monthly payment is what you worry about, you do not have to worry about that, family. I guarantee you that if you follow directions. Okay, follow the breadcrumb. It's gonna lead you to the loaf. After you get to the loaf, eat till you feel, family. All right, that's really the analogy I can really put down. Follow the breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs gonna lead you to the loaf. When you get to the loaf, sit down and eat. All right, sit down and eat. All right. With that being said, peace and love, y'all.